Hey YouTube, this is Sub-Zero 2, and I am bringing you all today a little card opening pack. I've got 9,999 gems plus, let's see, 6 pages worth of just random amounts of gems. It's a little deceiving though, because some of these gems are worth just 1, and some 10, and some 500. So, yeah, there's probably about 1,500 to 2,000 gems in here altogether. So, probably looking at, like about 15,000 gems altogether. So that should be fun. What I'm going to do, I'm going to open packs. I'm not too big into this Red Dragon Archfiend box. I don't think the Nephiathus or the Lobbles are all that great. But I wouldn't mind picking up one Alexander and also one Red Dragon Archfiend, and then we're just probably going to go over to another box. Just going to be honest with you guys. So let's go ahead and see what we can do here with this first box. Oh, is it a Red Dragon Archfiend? Looks like we're starting off good. Lava Forest Spirit. When this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, all face-up lava monster currently control gain 200 attack for each lava monster. Okay. Umbral Horror Ghost. During your main phase, you can special summon this card. One level 4 lower fiend type monster. You cannot normal summon set this card unless you have Horror. So that's just some really awkward strategy there. Gen X Alley Duradank. Once returned during your main phase, you can select one face-up attack which monster your opponent controls with the same attribute as this card. Destroy it. Wow, dark. This is dark. This is pretty good. This card cannot attack the turn this is activated. That's a pretty cool card. Red Cocoon. Target one dragon type synchro monster you control. Equip with it. When it is battling a monster until the end of the damage step, negate the effects of all face-up monsters your opponent controls. During the end phase, if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard because it was sent there, you can target one Red Dragon Archfiend, so it'll summon it. Interesting. Flamebill Archer. Once per turn, you contribute one face-up pyro type monster you control to have all Flamebill monsters gain 100. Flamebill Counter. When a spell trap card is activated, banish one fire type monster with 200 defense from your graveyard, negate it, and if you do, destroy it. Powered Tuner. This card gains 500 attack for each face-up tuner monster on the field. That's funny that it has tuner in its name, it's not tuner. Red Garda. During either player's turn, when your opponent activates a card or effect while you control a Red Dragon Archfiend monster, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard. This turn, monsters you control cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Hope of Nephiathus. Target one Nephiathus card you control and one card your opponent controls. Destroy them. Once per turn, you can activate Last Hope of Nephiathus for turn. Force Spirit. My Matriarch of Nephisis. You can target one level 4 lower Nephisis monster from your graveyard except this card. Target the monster in defense position, but its effects are negated. During your next day phase, if this card is destroyed by a card effect and sends to the graveyard, you can special summon a card from your graveyard. You can only use the effect once per turn. Brotherhood Caribou. During the end phase, if this card is in the graveyard because it was destroyed by a card effect and sent there, you can special summon one level 4 or Fire Fist. Brotherhood. If this card sent to the graveyard, synchro summon a Fire Fist. You can set one Fire Formation spell charge. And I know I'm reading through this fast, guys, but I'll like capitalize on anything that I think is good. Attack Gainer. It definitely needs to gain attack. If this card is sent to the graveyard as a synchro material monster, select one face-up monster your opponent controls. That monster loses 1,000 attack. How's it called Attack Gainer and it just makes your opponent lose attack? That makes no sense, Konami. Should be Attack Loser. Chronosealer of Nessus. Target one Nessus card in your graveyard except Chronosealer. Destroy one card in your hand. If you do, add a target to your hand during the steady phase after this card is destroyed by a card effect and sent to the graveyard. You can add one Nexus card from your graveyard to your hand except Nexus. You can only use the effect once per turn. Level Dragoon. Once per turn, you can add one level lava monster from your deck to your hand, then send one lava monster from your hand to the graveyard. Flame Cerebus. I own this card in the TCG. That's pretty cool. Plainville Champion. I also used to own this one. 1900 5-star. We're past those times. Laval Dural Slasher. This card gains effect based on number of lava monsters in the graveyard. 2. Once per turn. This card attacks a defense position monster. It can attack once again in a row. 3. If this card attacks defense position, inflict piercing. So, do these... Nothing's telling me whether these stack or not. So that's kind of silly. Malice Saboa Spoon. When a Malvarus monster with a different name is normal summoned or special summoned to your side of the field, you can target one level 2 fiend monster in your graveyard, special summon that target. Its effects are negated. Flamevale Dragonov. This one's a reprint. Lava Vulcan Handmaiden. When this card is sent to the graveyard, if you have a lava monster in your graveyard other than Lava Volcano Handmaiden, you can send one lava monster from your deck to the graveyard. Matriarch of Nephthys. You can target one level 4 or lower Nephthys monster in your graveyard except this one. Destroy one card in your hand. If you do, special summon one targeted monster in its position. Effects are negated during the next steady phase. After this card is destroyed, to the graveyard, you can special summon this card. Plainville Archer, reprint. Geonomic Spider. You can normal summon this card without tributing, but its original attack is halved unless it becomes level 3. Once per turn, you can declare one monster type. If the card is used as synchro monster or turn or treat this card other than a synchro material monster type or synchro. If you activate this effect, so it just halves. That's all it is it halves. Midnight Fiend. Wow, this monster only appears when a midnight tribute is made. Another Flameville champion. Can't ever have too many. Vice Dragon. If your opponent controls a monster and you control no monster, you can special summon this card, but its original attack and defense is halved. Ew. It's a free special summon though. Laval Cannon. Laval Cannon is actually really important to the new Laval deck. Where's that Red Dragon Archfiend though? That Red Dragon Archfiend. Shogi Lance. Once per turn, you can target one level 3 or lower beast type warrior type monster you control. The levels of that monster in this card become combined levels of these monsters. Wow, what a card. What a card, Konami. NECA Go. Number 2. 6-star 1900 beater. A fast lethal creature with very dangerous claws. Coming at ya. Malcervarius Fork. You can send one other fiend type monster from your hand to the graveyard. Special summon this card. Brotherhood Boar. Cannot be used as a synchro except for the synchro of a fire monster. This card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard. Special summon one Fire Fist monster from your deck except Brotherhood of the Fire Fist once per turn. When a fire monster is special summoned from your extra deck, send one Fire Familiar spell card directly from your deck. Power Supplier. I love all these cards that are like 400 attack. Like, they're just awesome. Once per turn, you can select one face-up monster you control. It gains 400 attack while you control this face-up card. Wow. 400 attack, ballin'. Laval the Greater. This one actually is pretty cool. No, I didn't read it. We'll read it later. Mind Trust. Tribute one level 2 or higher monster. Add one tuner monster from your graveyard to your hand whose level is less than or equal to half the tribute monster. Laval Stinin. This one's a main deck for Lavals. When this card is synchro summoned, send one card from your hand to the graveyard. During either player's turn, when this card is targeted for an effect, you can banish a Laval monster. Negate the activation if you do destroy the target. Ancient Flameville Deity. When this card is synchro summoned, remove from play cards from your opponent's graveyard up to the number of cards in your hand. This card Gains tuner attack for each card removed. Gen X Spare. Once per turn, if you control a Gen X monster, you can make this card's name Gen X Controller until the end phase. So cute. It's got a little flower coming out of its tail. Malicious Knife. Ooh, man. 600 attack. It must have more attack than the other silverware because it's a knife. Makes sense. It would have more attack than a fork or a spoon, in my opinion. When this card is normal summon, you can target one Malseverious monster in your graveyard except this one and special summon that target. Fire Formation Yoko. When you activate this card, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Discard one Beast Warrior type monster, and if you do, destroy that card. All Beast Warrior type monsters gain 100 attack. King Scarlet. If a Red Dragon Archfiend monster you control battles during damage calculation, make that monster you control unable to be destroyed by battle, and if you do, special summon this card as a normal fiend. Midnight Fiend, Brotherhood, Kieran. I actually like the Brotherhood cards. I wouldn't mind opening this whole box and just like having a Brotherhood deck. Issue is I feel like the other two boxes are more important right now. The 6 Sams that just came out are pretty ballin'. When this card is synchro summoned, you can set one Fire Formation spell trap card directly from your deck. All monsters your opponent control lose 100 attack for each face-up spell trap. Lavo Miller, I think this is a reprint. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can send 2 lava monsters from your deck to the graveyard. That's a reprint. Gash the Dust Lord. I didn't know there was a Lord of Dust, but there it is. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, increase the level of this card by 1, max 12. Okay. Nice little ceiling cap there. Scale Prisoner. Target one card you control this turn. When any monster effect resolves that targeted the card at activation, negate the effects during either player's turn. Except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish one card from your graveyard, then target one card. This card, this turn, any monsters effects that targeted this card at activation, negate the effect. Wow. Forest, Umbral, Dust, Flameville, Blast. This is the trap for Flamevilles. Banish all lava monsters to the graveyard. Destroy any number of cards on the field up to the number of monsters banished by this card's effect. So we missed one that I wanted to read. This dude. When this card is synchro summoned, send one card from your hand to the graveyard. If this card would be destroyed by card effect, you can banish one lava monster from your graveyard instead. Interesting. I'm gonna get some water real quick. Alright. 10 more cards. Stenin, Yoko, Gainer, Synchro Soldier. Once per turn during your main phase 1, you can select one face-up Synchro monster you control. Remove the face-up Synchro monster you control from play and inflict 600 damage to your opponent. If you use this effect during the next steady phase, the removed play monster returns to the field. Whew, 600 damage, man. This card's broken. Watch, mark my words, 6 months from now, there's going to be a deck comes out that's like a first turn OTK with that, but not right now. When your opponent's card or effect is activated, target one card on the field, destroy it. I see a lot of people using this on ladder. It seems alright to me, but I'd rather run Widespread Ruin, Sakuratsu Armor for the most part. Just because you know when they swing at you, you're going to be blowing up something important. This, it's like, oh gosh, I hope they activate an effect this turn. So, I don't know. Maybe there's a place for it in the meta. I don't know. Soaring Eagle Above the Searing Land. That's a cool name. If this card is sent to the graveyard for a Synchro Summon, you can special summon this card. You must have 3 or more lava monsters with different names in your graveyard to activate and resolve the effect. Fire Formation Rooster. Basically, it just adds a monster to your hand. Another Fire Fist. It's hard to read all these effects, man. I lose my breath. Sparrow. Ally Remote. So it just kind of adds, you can select one face-up tuner monster in the field, select monster's name, is treated as your next controller. Cool. King Synchro. I saw a deck used with this and Mistworm. Basically, you get to special summon a Synchro of like one more level. So you can, you know, if you have a Stardust on the field, you can use this, bring out Mistworm level 9, and take care of business. Oops. Rooster, I already told you what that did. I'll have to go back and read the other one. I missed that one. Red Mirror. This is just Red Dragon Archfiend support. I don't think it's going to be that good. Lancelord. This just recycles. It's not that good. It's a recycler. I need a Red Dragon Archfiend. That's what I need. Miller, Spare, Umbral Horror, Uniform. It just brings more Umbrals out from your deck when it dies. Whoa! Laval Dragon. You can shuffle 2 Laval monsters from your graveyard into your main deck to target one card your opponent controls, return to the hand. That is sweet. That is ballin'. Neo Flamevelt Origin. You just special summon it, not that big of a deal. Awakening Nephthys. Nothing too special there. Caribou. You can actually special summon a monster from your deck with this, so this is not bad. Umbral Horror, Will-O-Wisp. Umbrals are not that great. I'm not going to waste y'all's time on that. Hawk. If this card in its owner's possession is destroyed by an opponent's card, you can set one Fire Formation card directly from your deck. While you control a Fire Formation spell trap, all Fire Fist monsters you control get 500. That's pretty cool, because that's basically 600 for most of those cards, so this might be like a one of, maybe. I don't know. Force Resonator. You can send this face-up card you control to the graveyard. Then target one face-up monster you control. If it attacks this turn, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects that target a monster until the end of the damage step. I don't think it's going to see too much play. Laval. Kotal. It's okay. I want to try out that King Synchron with the Mistworm. I think that would be pretty ball. And you could also use it for Giant Fortress, but that's not such a great idea. That's not so great. Oops. I don't know what that was. I don't think it was good though. Crimson Fire. This is just Red Dragon Archfiend support. Just gets rid of effect damage. I don't really see it being good. Flamefilled Baby. Not so good. Magic Hole Golem. Eh. It's okay, maybe, I don't know. You get to have something's attack, basically. It's very situational, in my opinion. Thermal Gen X. Man, Gen X, despite all the cards they've brought out, has still not been as good as when Gen X was first released at the beginning of the game. Nothing they brought out has been near close enough to even crack, in my opinion, a tier 3 deck, or maybe barely a tier 3. If this card gains 200 attack for each fire type monster in your graveyard, if this card destroys opposed battle by battle, inflict 200 damage for each Gen X monster in your graveyard. Highly situational card. Like, when you think about this, think about not playing it with any other Gen X's except for fire Gen X's and like basically some type of cheesy thing. Like, you're not gonna burn people with this. It's, I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking with these Gen X cards. They're just not strong enough. I don't get it. Maybe they're kind of fun. I don't know. Chaos King Archfiend. When this card declares an attack, you can switch the current attack and defense of all face-up monsters your opponent controls totally in the battle phase. Most of the time, that's going to be just fine. There's going to be 2 out of 5 times where you're like, oh my gosh, why did I do that? Those defenses are beefy. Umbral Horror Ghoul. I don't really get these cards. That's another fun archetype not to be playing competitive, right? So we have 70. I know I don't have 2,500 gems in my, but we're about to find out. This is basically 7,500. I've got 56 items and gems in here. Let's find, or no, I'm sorry, 31 of those are tickets. Let's see how much we got. Told you guys, 9,400. So we had roughly 2,000 gems. 6 pages worth of gems, which was roughly 2,000. It's like, I know I don't have 2,500 worth of gems in there. I was too lazy to count it. I almost counted before I started this YouTube video. Oops. This is gonna be the next box we're opening, Warriors Unite. But I want this Red Dragon Archfiend. Red Dragon Archfiend is gonna be important in the meta. Like any meta for a while, until probably, I don't know. Red Dragon Archfiend's always going to be good. Always and forever good. Neo Flamefield Guard, 2,000 defense, 1-star. What a baller. This is just Nephthys Ritual. It destroys a monster too. Or a spell trap, I think. I can't read all these effects because like I was literally running out of breath like trying to read everything. So I just gotta summarize. And if the card's just like complete garbo, I'm not even gonna waste my breath. Ooh, I wanted this Alexandrite Dragon, 2,000 4-star. Awesome. Double Resonator. I don't see it being too good. Dark Bribe. So basically, you get to negate a spell trap, and it destroy. But your opponent draws a card, so I would say this is a pretty good card. I like this card. That'll have its place in the meta. If not now, then later. Because it's not very situational. Like, most of the time, your opponent's going to have cards in their deck that they can draw. And if they don't, they're dead, right? So, sounds consistent to me. And actually, you know what it's going to be good in is fairies. I want to know how good that card is in fairy counter deck. The Dust Lord. Red Dragon Archfiend. I'm Jack Atlas, and I summon the all-powerful Red Dragon Archfiend. Go, ultimate power force. 3,000, 2,000. Destroy all defense position monster when this card attacks. It's a baller. We're probably done with this box now. Twin Shield Defender. It's like, okay, maybe. Three Trolling Trolls. I don't really know what this card does. I'm gonna read it because I think it might be okay. If this card is normal or special summon, you can target one Beast Warrior type monster in your graveyard. This card's attribute and level becomes the same as that monster until the end. During the main phase, you can special summon one Beast Warrior type monster with the same attribute as the level of this card from your hand. You can only use the effect at 3 per turn. Once per turn, you can special summon a monster. Activate this effect, except Beast Warriors. Sounds pretty situational. Yeah, you can special summon stuff, but sounds situational. Or maybe I just don't understand like what cards go good around that. Maybe. I felt like there was something else I didn't read here, but I guess not. Oops. Alright, so we've opened roughly half the box. Living Fossil's kind of cool, but, you know. I got what I wanted. I wanted one, Duradark, Gen X Alley, whatever. I wanted one Alexandrite. We got the trap. I feel like Dark Bribe is a really cool trap. Are we gonna have 3 of it? No. Is it good to have 1 or 2 of? Absolutely. Also this, bad aim, this is interesting. I would have wished I could have managed to be lucky enough you could pull 2 of these, but no. I'm not going to continue investing in this box because I don't see the point. I'm contemplating investing the rest of my gems into this box here. Dimensional Prison, in my opinion, this is better than Widespread Ruin or Treacherous. Although you can argue Widespread Ruin is still better in a lot of situations, but being able to banish a monster is pretty freaking cool just because it attacks. Like, there's a lot of effects that activate when you destroy crap. Like, we live in a meta where if you can banish it, banish it. In all honesty, I'm probably going to skip this box too. This is what I want. These are the cards I want. I think Quick Draw Synchron's really important. Mobius is pretty cool.
Mic off. Mic on.
I don't know. Stardust, Charge Warrior. It's kind of expensive. Maybe I will do this. These mini boxes are nice just because you can own most of the cards, right? I mean, there's no getting around it though. I'm gonna need a quick draw synchron. I'm gonna need Quillbolt Hedgehog. Plus, you know, Stardust, Charge Warrior, Nitro Warrior, Road Warrior. Like, how can you say no to those cards? So, let's just go ahead and get into it. Deskbot. I'll just summarize these guys. Basically, there's like 10 Deskbots, and they all just kind of synergize together, boost each other's attack, and negate stuff. They're pretty cool. Oh my goodness! A Road Warrior right off the top. Do we reset this box? I don't think I can afford to. Oh my goodness, right off the top. Whoa! Quick draw synchron off the top. Maybe we do reset this box. What? I didn't even read that stuff, but guys, I'll go back and read it. I'm sorry, I was so I can't believe I got Road Warrior into quick draw with my top 500 gems. That makes no sense. Grappler Angler. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent by a direct attack, you can target one monster in your graveyard. Special summon it in defense position. Jurek Dino. This is a cool looking card. Deep Space Cruiser number 9. You can read Roman numerals. That's 10. This is 1, but it's behind it, so it's 9. If it was in front of it, it'd be 11. There's your lesson in Roman numerals. You can special summon this card by sending one other machine type monster from your hand to the graveyard. Okay. Emergency call. That's basically just Roid support. Wouldn't recommend it unless you really like Roids. Ascension of 6 Samurai. Special summon of 6 Samurai basically. Mixeroid. What? There's a poly on it. This is cool. Basically, it's like an extra poly, but you pay half your life points. Elder of the 6 Samurai. That looks pretty crappy. Alright. Shamblin of the 6 Samurai. Man, how does he only have 200 attack? Please. That guy looks like a boss. Megaroid City. The spell card. You can target one other card you control, destroy it, and if you do, add Roid cards from your deck to your hand. During the damage calculation, if your Roid monster battles, you can send one Roid monster from your deck to the graveyard, switch the original attack and defense of your battling monsters during the damage calculation only. You can only use the effect of Mega City once per turn. You can special summon monsters from your extra deck, except fusion monsters this turn. You activate this card's effect. Alright, so basically just cycling Roids. I think it's alright. I wouldn't say it's amazing. Jurek Vel Phyto. Basically, it can destroy cards when it attacks them face down without anything. Just interesting. Legendary 6 Samurai Inishi. returns a monster to the hand. That's a pretty cool effect for 6 Samus. Back to the wall. Whoa. Basically, it just special summons a bunch of 6 samurai and you go down to 100 life points. That's pretty all in. Return 3 banished monsters. Interesting. Scrap Shark. I mean, if like Scrap Shark is used in the new Scrap deck, basically it destroys itself, which is important for their effects. Fiuma, again, 200 attack, but it looks like a baller. I understand, like, not every card can have a lot of attack power, but man, don't put like freaking 2 shurikens in his hands. Give him like some flowers in his hands or something. Like, why is this 200? Monster Egg. Sweet. Oh yeah, I wanted to read this stuff to you. Because not everyone knows what Cook Draw does, but it's a really cool card. You can special summon this card by sending 1 monster from your hand to the graveyard. For a Synchro Summon, you can substitute this card for any one Synchro Tuner monster. Cannot be used as a Synchro monster except for a Synchro Summoning of a monster that lists Synchro in its name. So basically, it's 5-star tuner that just special summons. Real easy to get 8 stars. Real easy to get 9 stars and 7 stars out with this. It's a beast. Road Warrior, nothing too special here. It's actually kind of hard, 2 or more non-tuners. But you get to special summon 1 level 2 or lower warrior or machine type monster from your extra deck. Real good with Formula Synchron, but we don't have Formula Synchron yet. So this guy is actually not all that hot at the moment. At the moment. Still looks cool, still 3000 beater, I like it. I like it a lot. Barbaroid, the ultimate battle machine. 5 machine type Roid monsters. 4,000, 4,000. It can attack twice. When it destroys something by battle, you deflect 1,000, but it can't attack directly. Really good for Roids. Really useless for anything else. Inishi. Ally of Justice, Decisive Armor. This card looks cool. It's like the writing's actually too small. I'm not going to try to read it here. I'll try to read it later. She na. Basically, if you special summon it, you get to select another card and bring it onto the field. Not that great. Despots, like I told you before, they all just synergize and boost each other's attack, and that's pretty much how you win the game. Number 9 is pretty important. You have to special summon it. You can't normal summon it, I don't think. Oh, Parry Knights, we'll read this. When you take battle damage from an opponent's attacking monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Then you can special summon 1 monster from your hand with attack less than or equal to the damage you took. Huh, interesting. Swift Samurai Storm. Yeah, it's alright. 300 attack for Samurais. Mispolymerization. Whoa, that's it. Okay, you return all the fusions when they're summoned. That's interesting. This could absolutely destroy a hero deck. This is anti-heroes all the way. What they should have put here was a like I don't know. Elemental Hero, Shining Flare Wingman, something like that. Right on the face of that. Nitro Synchron. If this card is sent to the graveyard to Synchro Summon, for the Synchro Summon of a Nitro Synchro, draw a card. So, pretty worth it, I'd say. This is like a Pot of Greed. It's not that great. Not a Pot of Greed, a Jar of Greed, sorry. Oops, I meant to read that card. I missed some of these. Let's go back and read them. What's per turn? If your opponent controls a face-up light monster, you can activate one of these effects. Select one card your opponent controls and destroy it. Send one card from your hand to the graveyard. Destroy all spell traps your opponent controls. Send all cards in your opponent's hand to the graveyard to look at your opponent's hand and send all the light monsters to the hand to the graveyard. Like damage removed equal to the total attack of the monster sent to the graveyard. My goodness, what a beast. Don't play light monsters. It's not safe. Parry Knights might be like actually a really cool card. I'd like to see what 3 of this could do in a deck. 2300 attack is nothing to laugh at for just free summoning. Like if it had like 1500 attack, I'd be like, yeah, whatever. But 2300, not bad. Ally of Justice Marshall. Just basically helps you draw 2900 basically is what you're looking for there. DD Unicorn Knight. Uh-oh, 4-star 1800 beater. Only be special summoned if your opponent controls a monster and you control a face-up tuner. When this card is special summoned this way, you can select one of your removed from play level 3 or lower non-tuner monsters and bring it back. It's alright. It's okay. A little bit situational. Road Synchron. When using this card as a Synchro monster for a Secret Summoning Road Warrior, reduce this card's level by 2. If this card attacks, at the end of the damage step, increase its level by 1 until the end of the phase. Does not sound all that great to me. But it is a 4-star tuner. I want to point this out. I don't think there's any other 4-star tuners in the game where you just slap it down. Like, you can go right into a level 8 with this. This is actually... It distracted me a little bit with this whole Road Warrior thing. This is a powerful card. And there's nothing else like it right now. A 4-star tuner. Despot. Mizuho. Basically, special summon it for free. I don't know how great that is. Legend Secret of the Six Samurai. Basically, you can special summon it and it gains attack of like one of the monsters in your graveyard if you banish it. It might be alright, I don't know. In the right deck, probably. Evilosaur. I love this one. Elias. This is a cool card. I mean, its effects are terrible, but it looks cool, in my opinion. Ally of of Justice, Cyclone, Creator. Wow. It's a 3-star tuner that can return spell trap cards. That sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty good. This is the tuner for despots. It can basically destroy a card that your opponent controls, but and it gains attack too. Don't be distracted by the 500, but it's situational. Churik Meteor. When this card is synchro summon, destroy all cards in the field. Then you can special summon one tuner monster from your graveyard. This is interesting because basically it will destroy. What do you call it? It will destroy Ancient Gear, Reactor Dragon, and it'll destroy the field spell. But the field spell won't activate because the last thing to happen is special summoning of a tuner. So this is anti-Ancient Gear Reactor Dragon, which is pretty cool, right? This is not good. Cool Bolt Hedgehog. If this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. You must control a tuner monster to activate and resolve this effect. It just helps you get out Road Warrior, guys, let's be honest, but it's still cool. It can help you with other cards too, but for the most part, it's for Road Warrior. Oops, I meant to read that. We'll go back and read it. We'll do it right now. Giant Trap Hole. When 2 or more monsters are special summoned at the same time, destroy all monsters on the field. Woo! See ya. So, if you're trying to play around like a floodgate and you special summon 2 monsters at once, and I think what that means is like, you know, like you try to special summon one and you chain another special summoning to it. So if you chain 2 special summonings together, such as a Poly and a Wing Karibo special summon from the deck, this is going to take everything out. But this is so situational, like no one's playing around Floodgate right now for the most part. And if they were, then this card would be a thing, but no. For all intents and purposes, no. We're not that cool yet. Ginba. It's okay. Scrap Golem, important for scraps, 2300, 5-star. Despot. Magical Spring. Doesn't seem that cool to me, just for drawing purposes and situational. Yeah, that's like some type of weird, maybe good for Exodia, I don't know. For you Exodia cheesers out there. Jurk Velo. The Jurks are just so colorful, right? I mean, they're all just like all kinds of crazy colors. They remind me of the way I used to color dinosaurs when I was little, and I would color them like green and purple, and sometimes a little bit of red in there. So they look a lot like my colorings when I was little, but they're cool. Summoner over. Really situational? No. 6-style dual wield. If the only monster you control is 1/6 samurai monster in face-up attack position, Target 2 cards your opponent controls. Return those targets to the hand. Nice. Scrap Beast. This is basically just important for the new scrap deck. It's special summons from the graveyard in a lot of situations. In a multitude of situations. Here we go. Oh, I meant to read it. Alright, we'll read it now. Stardust Charge Warrior. When this card is sync or summoned, you can draw a card. You can only activate the effect of Stardust Charge Warrior once per turn. This card can attack all special summon monster opponent controls once each. Naisu. Excuse me. Child's Play. Each time your opponent summons a monster, gain 300 life points. Your monsters cannot be destroyed by battle while you have 10,000 or more life points. What kind of a card is that? I don't understand. And 10,000 or more life points? This is Duel Links. We start with 4,000, I'm pretty sure. And the TCG, that card was thought of differently. Mobius. I owned this card in the TCG. I loved it. I played it in my water deck. It's a Monarch. You tribute summon it. Boom. Destroy 2 spell trap cards. Let me tell you something. It was good when we could have 5 spell trap cards in the Magic Trap Card Zone. Let me tell you something. It's gonna be even better in this format where we can only have 3. Like, huge card for Duel Links. No wonder they're bringing it out so late. It's just broken. Broken good. Second Quillabelt Hedgehog. I don't know if we'll need 3 of that or not, but I'm probably just gonna, like, you know, keep opening stuff. Oops. We gotta go back and read that. We'll do it at the end. We just got the big boy. The legendary 6 Samurai Shi-In. Once per turn, during either player's turn, when your opponent activates a spell trap card, you can negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. If this card would be destroyed, you can destroy another 6 Samurai monster instead. So this gives your 6 Sams control. 2,500, negate spell trap cards. Any spell trap cards, that's pretty brutal. I like it. And I bet if you manage to get 2 of these out, guess what? You get to negate 2 spell trap cards. If you get 2 of these out, the game's probably over. I'll just be honest. Game is probably over at that point. I should have timed myself. I don't know when I don't know how long I've been doing this for. I would say a half hour, according to my internal clock, which is not very accurate. I have a funny joke about that. I'm not going to crack it right now. Ally of Justice, Cycle Reader. Basically removes cards from the graveyard. I don't think it's that good. I don't think it's that good. Wow, this is interesting. Allows like your other 6 Sams to attack directly when something is destroyed by battle. That's cool. Scrap Golem. Ooh, legendary 6 Samurai Kizun. If you control a face-up 6 samurai monster with a different name, you can special summon this card. What? When you control 2 or more other face-up 6 samurai monsters, this card gains 300 attack and defense. So you special summon it as a 2100. This is cool. I like this card a lot. A whole lot. I meant to read that, whatever that last card was. Wow, this card, it's Jurek Giga Noto. While this card is faced on the field, all face-up Jurek monsters gain 200 attack. For each Jurek monster in your graveyard. Okay, so this is going up to like, you know, probably at least 600 to 800. You know, you're looking at it probably most of the time at least 2900 on this attack, on this card once you, at the point of the game when you get it out. Actually managed to get it out. This is pretty cool for 6 SAM negation. On spell trap. I like it. I like it. Red Sparrow Summoner. Basically, you just get to special summon a warrior type with 1500. I can see this being pretty good for synchro summoning. I'm not exactly sure how you want to go about it yet, but it's interesting for sure. On a scale of 1 to interesting, I would rate it as interesting. It's pretty cool how these boxes, every time we get a box, we almost get like 10 synchros every box. We started off with so little synchros, and there was like basically to have a 7-star synchro at the beginning of the game, like just an average one was like impossible. Like they were all like super specific, and now like we have like multiple copies of synchros at every level, and it's pretty cool to have that much leeway with what we want to do with synchros. Kagiki? So 3-star that goes up to 17. It could be important for some synchro Shokin stuff. I don't see that one getting too much play though. Still got a lot of gems left. 5,000. Super Ancient Dino Beast. It's alright. It just, you can draw a card and it's a 2700, it's okay. I don't see it being played too much. Scrap Twin Dragon. Once per turn, you can select 1 card you control and 2 cards your opponent controls. Destroy 1 you control and return 2 of your opponent's controls to the hand. When this card is destroyed by your opponent's card, It's sent to the graveyard. Select one non-secret type monster in your graveyard. Special summon it. I wonder if you can synchro summon another Scrap Twin Dragon if it's already in your grave, because that would be ridiculous. Scrap Soldier, I meant to read that. We can go back and read it. Oops, I meant to read that one. I'm getting trigger happy with my finger, man. Hey, we got our second Red Dragon Summoner. Nice. Nice, you. Let's go back and read Scrap Soldier real quick. It recycles cards back to the hand when it dies. That's pretty cool. But it's five stars. I'd say not good. You know what I don't have is a Nitro Warrior yet. We need a hot Nitro Warrior. We need ourselves a Nitro Warrior. Oops, I meant to read that. We'll go back and read it. Necrofusion. Fusion summon one fusion monster from your extra deck by banishing fusion materials listed on it from your graveyard face down, but it cannot attack this turn. Okay. So it's from the graveyard, but it can't attack this turn. That's alright if you do it on your opponent's turn, in my opinion. Still could be really strong. Man, what is up with this? Like, look, I've gotten all these things. I've gotten all the ultras except for the last 3 Magic Trap. That makes no sense. How, Konami? How? I've learned to not ask questions. It's better if you just don't ask questions sometimes. Not even joking. Nitro Warrior, its effect's kind of small. I'll read it at the end here. Ooh, second Necrofusion, nice. Ally of Justice, Omni Weapon, 5-star. When this card destroys a light monster by battle, it sends it to the graveyard, draw a card. If that card is level 4 or lower dark monster, you can reveal it. You can reveal that card to special summon it. Interesting. Second Parry Knights, that'll be interesting to play with. I'm looking forward to making like a parry deck type deck. Herald of the Abyss, pay 1500 life points and declare one monster type and attribute. Your opponent must send one face-up monster with the declared type and attribute from the field to the graveyard if possible. For the rest of the turn, your opponent cannot activate effects or monster effects with the sent monster's name. For the rest of the turn, your opponent cannot activate the effects of monsters with the sent monster's name. It's a really weird card. Really weird card. I don't really understand it, to be honest. I mean, I get it. Like, it's removal for 1500, but the whole second effect is like, what? It just seems really awkward and will never happen, but I don't know. Maybe. What do I know? Not much. I'll answer that question for you. I don't know much. Not too much. Concentrating Current. So basically, you gain the attack equal to your defense. That can be extremely powerful in the right situation. Oh no, we didn't read that. Oops. Fail. Huge fail on my part there. Sorry, YouTube. We'll go back and read right now. Scrap Factory. All scrap monsters you control gain 200 attack and D. When a face-up scrap monster on the field is destroyed by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one scrap monster from your deck. You can only use the effect of Scrap Factory once per turn. So that's kind of neat because honestly, those cards constantly kill themselves and I was never good into it. I don't believe I read this. Tribute 1 level 4 lower dinosaur type monster. Special summon 2 level 3 or lower reptile monsters from your hand or graveyard. I thought there was something really important that I didn't read here. Besides concentrating current, but maybe not. Nitro Warrior. Let's just read this now. I know I pulled a Nitro Warrior at some point, I just forgot to read it. Once during each of your turns, if you activate a spell card, this card gains 1000 attack until the next turn involving this card during the damage calculation only. If the attacking card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and damage calculation, you can target one face-up defense position monster your opponent controls. Change that card to attack position. When this card can make a second attack in a row on that monster. So this is game ending. This is super strong. This is probably the strongest level 7 in the game. The drawback is the Nitro Synchron. If this was just like use any synchro you want to, this card would probably be broken. That's how strong this is. Because then you could play it in a lot of decks. It'd be pretty broken, guys. Alright, the question is, do we continue? Do we continue? Do we want Shuffle Reborn? If you control no monsters, target one monster in your graveyard. Special summon it, but its effects are also negated and banished during the end phase. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one card you control, shuffle it into the deck, draw a card, then end phase, banish one card from your hand. I don't know. I'm gonna keep grinding for it, but I'll be perfectly honest with you, it's probably not worth it. I'll never have another chance to pick this card up because I'm probably never going I'm probably not going to buy any more cards from this box, guys. I'll just be honest with you. Most of these cards you're only going to need one of. For the most part, you're only going to need one of all of this. So I'm not going back for anything. I'm probably not going to go back through this box. So I might as well just pick up a copy now because I want a copy of the card. Because I like having at least one copy of all cards. But I don't see that being too important. Who knows? I've been wrong before. I'm just saying I'm not blown. I'm just saying I'm spending a lot of gems right now for a card that I'm not sure that I like. That's all I'm trying to point out here. Where I don't understand. I'm spending a lot of gems for a card that I don't understand its potential just to have. Which is probably not smart. I feel like I should at least understand how it could be important in the future. And it might, but like I don't understand how. Second Nitro Warrior, I'll take that. That's money. That's money in the bank right there. Oh, we got it. I didn't read it, but we got it. Alright, so do I want a second Stardust Charge Warrior, guys? Do I finish? Is there any point to finishing this off? I don't feel like 1900 gems is enough to really put a good dent in the next box. What I'm saying is I'll get more value out of this 1900 gems trying to pull these 3 supers than I would if I reset everything and started pulling a bunch of rares, you know, in the next box for this 1900 gems. I don't really see myself going back to this box, so I'm just going to spend what little gems I have left. Pick up what cards I can. Might as well. I feel like I'm gonna get more value just finishing this box at this point. Big fat nothing, man. How does that happen? How are there so many rares left in this box? Oh, money. Stardust Charge Warrior. Let's go. Let's get that different dimension capsule and the other card, and let's get out of here. Let's get those cards and run. I actually might not get all the last two supers. I've only got 990 gems. I can only get basically 19 more packs. So we actually need a degree of luck here. A small degree of luck. What the heck, man? My luck's run out. There's no way I'm gonna pull. No way, guys. I just pulled 20 rare cards in a row. You all just witnessed it. 20 rare cards in a row. These last 9 packs have to be money. They better be money. Eat. 6 more packs. Here we go. We got one. Concentration current. Back to back. Can we get that different dimension capsule? I think this is my last pack here. Yeah, it was. So we came up short. We didn't get Barrel from a different dimension, but we got everything else. I don't think that card's all that great, to be honest. I could see this being used versus Amazons, but Amazons aren't really that great right now. But Amazons would throw cards out of your grave like a mother, and that always hurt you when you're playing D heroes, because you need those cards in your grave for drawing power and for other reasons. So we'll see. We'll see. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the content. I'm planning on doing some more streams related to pack opening and also some ranked gameplay. Planning on doing some series, getting up to King of Games. I've been King of Games like probably close to like 13, 14 times, maybe 15, something like that. So it's pretty doable with the right cards. Is there anything else I want to cover? So we just opened 9,999. Basically, you know, 11,000. Like 11,000 gems. So that's cool. But yeah. So you all have a good one. Thanks for watching the video. Catch y'all next time.